This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Happy Thursday, Jason Walker Show in Helena, across the state, 50 states, 54 countries. We welcome you into the Man Cave. Big show coming up today. Got a big show coming up in Helena next Friday night, and the headliner, Joe Nichols, will be joining us. Country music superstar, 6 number 1 hits, a slew of top 10 hits and top 20 hits, and he'll be in Helena playing them all in a week. So we'll talk to him coming up. The show you can watch on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, jasonwalkershow.com. We also have a new link at the top menu page on jasonwalkershow.com. Check it out. I think you will enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it mightily. And let me know what you think. You can email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. Tweet us at jwalkersports. That is our Twitter handle. And our text 406-209-1267. Opening segment we call The Walk Up, and it is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. They are the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. Milled, handcrafted in timber frame. Over 50 years experience, the finest craftsmen available, not only in the state, but in the West. And they will do your project small to big, and they will do it right. Montana Custom Log Homes at yourcustomlog.com. Got the walk off coming up later in the show, as we always do. Also on this day in history, much more. Start with news out of Billings. Kerry Laughlin, no longer the head coach of the Billings Outlaws indoor football team, according to 406mtsports.com. No reasons currently unknown, or currently not known. Yeah, reasons not known why he's gone. He denied comment to 406. Team owner Stephen Titus not available either. Laughlin hired to be the coach this past September, 2-2. He was an assistant in the NFL, CFL, college, and indoor levels. There's been a lot of problems with the Outlaws since they were reincarnated before last season, 2022. Went 8-4, went into the semifinals, but we told you the story last year of players and coaches not being paid by then ownership group. Titus took over this year. He also owns the Gillette Mustangs, a team that plays with Billings in the Champions Indoor League. Billings lost to the Mustangs 73-28 this past Saturday. Let's see. They'll play at Salina, Kansas on Saturday against the Liberty. What is this, the 4th coach since 2022? You had 2 coaches last year, and now 2 coaches this year. I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. And my dad's gone to the games. He said they're exciting, but I don't know what's going on. We talked yesterday about the Grizzly Pro Day. Patrick O'Connell, Justin Ford, Marcus Wellnell had big days yesterday in Bozeman, Tayakata, James Campbell, a whole lot more. A couple of Frontier guys were down there as well. And you got the NFL draft coming up this month. I don't think anybody from this year's Cats or Grizz are going to be in the number 2 round like Troy Anderson was, but let's see who all competed. Jeffrey Manning Jr., Terrell Thomas, Callahan O'Reilly, Willie Patterson, Trey Mounts from Western we told you about, Rocky lineman Wes Moiai. Who are the teams there? Packers, Jaguars, Chiefs, Raiders, Dolphins, 49ers, and Seahawks. So there you go. They played some softball on the high school front. And Vigilantes, my East Helena Vigilante softball team, 1-0, beat Dillon 11-5. And congratulations, Megan Surgener, happy with the hard work and the win. Belle Surgener pitched a great game, and she struck out 14, complete game. Also had 2 run-scoring doubles, and her second gave the Vigilantes a 10-3 lead. So, congratulations to my East Helena Vigilantes. First season opening win at the varsity level, and they'll get back to action. There's softball today in Great Falls. University of Providence taking on Warner Pacific from the Portland area. The Knights, Warner Pack, coming to town. They have 1 win. The Argos have 2. And both teams in desperate need of wins. I think the Knights have lost 13. So that's going to be at 2 and 4 today up at the Multi-Sports Complex in Great Falls. A place I have never been to. The complex. I've been to Great Falls a bunch. But got some comments yesterday of our trivia question. Do you remember the trivia question yesterday? So I asked you, both on the show and on the Twitter, how many hits can one pitcher allow in 1 inning pitched without giving up any runs? And you had to really think outside the box. And the answer was 9. And because if you come in with 2 outs with the bases empty, you allow 3 straight hits, and then the next batter hits a runner with the ball, which is an out. He gets a hit. That's 4. You move on to the next inning. You give a hit, pick off, a hit, a pick off. 3 straight hits to load the bases. There's 2 outs. You're pulled. Next pitcher comes in, gets the next batter out. Those runs would have been attributed to you had they scored. They did not. So you allowed 9 hits in 1 inning and allowed no runs. My wife's like, that is the stupidest question. Because you had to think outside the box. You had to think, okay, well, she had the hit, pick off going. But you gotta throw it, because 1 inning pitched, because pitchers, it's credited third of an inning. And it was pretty funny yesterday after we gave the answer here on the Jason Walker Show. If you missed anything on the Jason Walker Show, as always, go to jasonwalkershow.com. I mentioned it yesterday. I mentioned it earlier today. There's a new thing on the website. And all you have to do is go to the far right. So you've got coming up, home, watch and listen, sponsors, donate, contact, about, things like that. There's a new button to hit. Is that what the kids call it? A button? A widget? I don't know. But check it out. And I think you're really, really going to like it. All right, let's take a break because I am excited to talk to our guest today. He is the owner of 6 number 1 hits. He has a great voice, big baseball fan, and he's coming to Helena next Friday, April 14th. Joe Nichols will join us here on the Jason Walker Show. We'll talk some more sports as well. Opening segment, we like to call it the walk-up, and it is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. They are veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Check out yourcustomlog.com to get started today. They've built from the Bahamas. They're going to build in Indiana. They were in Missouri a couple years ago, all over Montana as well. Montana Custom Log Homes. We love Love their work. YourCustomLog.com. Coming right back, country music superstar Joe Nichols joins us here, Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting, as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
I'm Bobby Houck, head football coach of the Montana Grizzlies. And this summer at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're doing more than celebrating Montana's best. On Saturday, June 24th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, there will be a Speak Up Student-Athlete Mental Health Symposium from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prominent figures throughout Montana, such as Jim O'Day and Tommy Malott, will offer discussion and collaboration on how to better the mental health of our student-athletes. After 3 Hall of Famers spoke about their own mental health last year, it's become apparent that we prioritize this topic at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please join us on Saturday, June 24th, and for more information, go to the website mtfootballhof.com.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
He wore that cowboy hat to cover up his horns. Sweet-talking forked tongue had a tempting charm.
Segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. The golden tones of Joe Nichols. Broken Heartsville, great song. This song is getting, close to 20 years old now. Can you believe that? That is the song you will hear next Friday at the Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds Exhibit Hall. Joe Nichols, country music superstar. He owns 6 number one hits, and he'll join us here in a couple of moments. We got a Montana Rodeo Roundup update coming for you. Totally spaced it yesterday. We were so talking about baseball and NCAA, but yeah. So we've got a Montana Rodeo update coming up. Montana Rodeo Roundup, our first one of the season. So. Well, not really, because the season started October 1st, but you know what I mean. First one as we head into the summer season, rodeo season. Okay. I knew exactly where I was going with that. Let's see here. What else is coming up? We've got on this day in history, the walk-off, and much more. Much more coming up. Okay. We've promoted it, we've talked about it, and now he joins us. The great Joe Nichols. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. 6 number one hits. He'll be in Helena April 14th. Joining us now here, Jason Walker Show. All right, man. I appreciate you joining me a second time in the last couple of years. It's been about a year, but I see you're wearing a St. Louis Cardinals hat. Are you a big baseball fan?
I'm a huge baseball fan. Yeah, I love the St. Louis Cardinals there. I kind of grew up in St. Louis a little bit in the mid 80s, so got to see some great Whitey Herzog teams and fell in love with St. Louis baseball. Very nice.
I'm a Mets fan, so when they play each other, we'll have maybe have some fun. Coming to Helena here in about a week. How many times have you been to Montana?
Well, I've been several times actually in the last few years. I spent a lot of time up in Montana. As a matter of fact, I was in a movie last year or year before last. Oh, it was last year. I can't remember now. But I was in a movie up there. We filmed in just outside of Livingston for about 6 weeks. And so I was up there the whole time. I think that might've been 2021. But spent a lot of time last year, like you mentioned, and I love it up there. I sure love the scenery, the people. You know, it's one of those places that, it's just unlike any other state, really.
Well, you picked a good city. My mom's from Livingston, and I was born there. So, yeah.
Beautiful. I love that park they have. It's Sacagawea Park.
Yep.
A really pretty park there in the middle of town. Yeah, my family came up and we spent quite a bit of time up there in that park. Pretty place.
It's a Murder at Yellowstone. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Murder at Yellowstone City. That's right.
What was it?
I got firsthand experience now of what it's like to be on the cutting room floor. I think I'm in that movie for like less than 10 seconds, but we, spent a lot of 6 weeks out there, filming, every other day. So, but hey, as long as the movie was better, I don't mind it.
There you go. He is the singer of 2 of my karaoke go-tos back in the day. Broken Heartsville, Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off. His name is Joe Nichols. He'll be in Helena April 14th at the fairgrounds. What do you still love about touring?
Well, most importantly, I love the fans. I love the coming to a new town. It feels like the excitement is new for me again. When I see how excited people are in the show and their expectations of me, I'm re-energized nightly by the fans. It's that there's really nothing I haven't seen on the road at this point, but that experience is new every show, really. The new, like I said, energy from the fans in a new town and, seeing the show. I think that gives us all on stage a fire again. After COVID, have you seen a resurgence in crowds and excitement? Oh yeah. Yeah. I've seen a lot of, bigger, more exciting crowds. People were kind of pent up a little bit, and artists included. I think everybody, had a newfound gratitude for going to shows and playing, doing what we love. From my perspective anyway, I know that I'm extremely grateful, and you never know when that can be taken from you. And so I think that's the lesson we all learned. And of course, like you said, the fans have seemed to, come out in massive numbers to each show. That's really great to see. Good Day for Living, the latest album, new music going to be performed in Helena next week? Yeah, I think so. I think we've been, tinkering with putting a new album together in the future, but that's still a little ways off. I think we have more music coming behind Good Day for Living, but right now we're riding a top 20 song and still going, still got a bullet. So I'm extremely grateful, for how everything's gone. And if at the end of the day, I'd be forever grateful. I read new music. Yeah, we're probably going to start working on that very, very soon. I read something a couple of weeks ago in preparation for talking with you, and it was somebody reminded you, I think it was on Twitter, your first top 20 hit in a while. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been a while. I actually was fairly shocked at, my last top 20 was, was 2014, I think, or 15. And it's been a couple of years now, man. I couldn't believe it had been that long. So we'd had maybe 3 singles out since then. But like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity to have new music out there that's working, that's connecting with fans of country today. For a guy like me that came out in the early 2000s, look around at some of the guys I came out with, and a lot of those guys aren't on the radio anymore. So I'm incredibly grateful that, radio still plays my music. So you don't claim coming out with a record back in the late 90s? Oh, well, I do claim that. But you had great hair. Well, thank you. That's some stuff right there that you can show your kids and they go, there's no way that was you. And no, but I'm grateful for that. That actually gave me a chance to step into Nashville with a hunger, with a belief that maybe I could do this for a living. That little independent record I did in 1996, 97 ish. It was something we threw together in a matter of days. That album was, I think we did 10 vocals in, I think maybe 24 hours. Wow. So I remember not being able to talk for a few days, maybe a week after that, because it was just that grueling, but we made a little record that made a little noise, and like I said, it gave me the desire to come to Nashville and do something bigger. And without that little independent record, I don't think I'd have done it. I don't think I'd had the confidence to move to Nashville. I brought this up with you last year when you were on Joe Nichols joining us here at Jason Walker Show. I met you in 1997 in Medford, Oregon. Mindy McCready was there, Neil McCoy, Pam Tillis, but Walmart parking lot. And to this day, it's probably my favorite Joe Nichols album still, because it was just new and fresh and sounded traditional. You know what I'm saying? And so I have one request for Helen, because I'm going to the concert with my wife. She's never seen you. I've actually never seen you in concert either, but I want to hear I Hate the Way I Love You, but I do. Just, even if it's just a little snippet, man. Yeah. Do you remember the lyrics? I do kind of remember the words to that song. I think it's fairly easy on guitar. Of course, a lot of 90s songs were fairly easy on guitar. It's kind of old country formula there. I'll have to try to, refresh my memory on that. I'll have to go download that album on iTunes. I don't think I have that album.
I think I ended up with 3 copies out of your car or wherever we had you at the Rockin' Rodeo in Medford, Oregon.
Sounds about right. We gave away more than we sold, probably.
Was 6 of one, half dozen of the other was a good one. Yeah, man, I love that. That's my go-to album when I'm in the Joe Nichols mood. So, so what else? I mean, you said you're working on new music, but in the last year, Home was good for you. Good Day for Living, obviously good for you. But, where's Joe Nichols headed from here musically?
Well, that's a great question. I think I've felt an incredible outpouring of great comments and feedback from fans about what I do that's good, what they've come to expect from me and what they appreciate from me. And I think that is what we've always tried to do is find the balance of being fresh and new and having a good original sound, but still maintaining a traditional country feel. That's a really hard thing to do at any time in the current day of radio. It was hard to do in 2015. It's hard to do in 2010. It's hard to do in 2005, which is, try to stay true to, my country self, but at the same time, try to belong at radio and try to fit with something fresh. So that's what we always intend on doing, making something that's built for 2023, 2024, and still feel like it's always been there. Still feel like this would have been a song in 2002 or 2005.
You've been compared to having a voice similar to Merle Haggard's. Today would have been his birthday. He also passed away on this date. How much of an influence did he have in your career?
Massive. George Strait is the other that I would say probably had my all of my most of my influence back then. I think Merle is one of those where I would get tapes, back in those days when I was maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. I would have a little boom box, we called them back in those days.
Yep.
And I'd have a little tape deck on there, and I would listen to Merle Haggard at a very young age and just try to sing like him. I always thought his voice was beautiful, yet raw and kind of gritty. And I was like, man, that's how I want to sing. If I could just sing, I'd want to sing like that guy. And of course, George Strait, was kind of the other guy. It was 1A and 1B for me. And so I didn't talk like those guys, but I wanted to sing like those guys. So my accent that I have when I sang is, I sing kind of like Merle, the way he uses vowels and, sings notes, sings words. I think that's kind of where I trained myself. So Merle's always been to me the top vocalist, top 1 or 2 vocalists in country music history. George Jones is probably the other one. Keith Whitley, probably the other one too.
Man, I love those.
Randy Travis as well. I got to mention him.
Yeah. Before I let you go, 6 number 1 hits. Are we going to hear them all in Helena next week?
Yeah. We'll try to play everything we've had on the radio. Good, bad, and ugly. We'll play everything that people have heard before. Hopefully we've heard just about everything we play.
You've gone on stage at all times of the day. 9 o'clock here in Helena. It's kind of late in Montana, but how do you prepare during a day for that instead of going on like at a 7 or 7:30?
Well, actually, I prefer a later show because you can get kind of more in sync in the middle of the day. What I like to do with my routine is I like to get up, go to the gym, get a good clean start to the day, eat something healthy, do something relaxing after working out incredibly hard for maybe a couple hours, and then get a good nap. When all that kind of stuff is done, I get up maybe 6, 7 o'clock in the evening from a good nap that kind of rests my body, rests my brain, and I feel like I've awakened at 8 a.m., ready for a good start of the day. So about showtime, about 9 p.m., I feel like everybody's about 10 a.m.
I like it. We've had a long winter. I can't take you golfing. I'm kind of bummed about that. I would have taken you golfing next week, but yeah. So we appreciate the time. Doing meet and greet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a meet and greet every night. Yeah, man.
Nice. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us again. Can't wait for the concert in about a week on April 14th here in Helena. And take care, safe travels, and continued good success.
Hey, you too, man. I appreciate you. We'll see you up there next week.
That is Joe Nichols joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. The little one joining me as we get ready for ballet class a little bit later on. You like ballet and gymnastics? She also wants to get into hockey. Took her ice skating last week for the first time. I'd never been on skates before, or in boots. And they're hockey skates, which I guess are better than figure skates. But yeah, they have the things are called walkers. Honey, careful. They're called walkers. And she didn't want to use it at all. She just went out on her own. Said, Dad, I'll catch up with you later. And she did a great job. So she wants to go skating again, huh? Yep. All right. Montana Rodeo update coming up, roundup. And now on this day in history, let's see, what else have we seen in the world of sports? Not a lot happening early in the morning. Oh, I saw this. Josh Bannon, former Grizz, is headed off to Australia. He's going to play for the Brisbane Bullets. And good luck to him. He had a pretty nice career with the Grizz and now officially a pro. So very cool. Good luck there. So, yeah, sweetie. It's okay. She's such a sweetheart. Do you want to say anything? What? You don't know? Okay. So we're going to take a break.
I'm going to take a break.
Yep, we're going to take a break. When we come back, a Montana Rodeo Roundup and a whole lot more. And as we head to break, we'll leave you with the song I talked to Joe Nichols about. I hate the way I love you, but I do. I'm going to put this up, the video too. Check this out. Look at that great hair. Seriously, he had some great hair back in the day.
You got me walking up on air, and I'm afraid of heights.
And young. This was 96, 97. Oh. Bringing back some memories.
I see another side of me when you come into view. I hate the way I love you, but I do.
That was such good stuff. All right, Montana Rodeo Roundup coming up. Got College Rodeo getting back into swing of things as well. Update you on some of that too. Don't forget Joe Nichols, Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds, Friday night, April 14th, 9 o'clock. I think there's an opening act too. Going to be fun. Segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. We'll come back, your Montana Rodeo Roundup on this day in history, and a whole lot more on the way here. Jason Walker Show.
When you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
I'm Brent Vegan, head football coach at Montana State. And this year at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're doing more than just celebrating our very best. On Saturday, June 24th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, there will be a Speak Up Student-Athlete Mental Health Symposium from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prominent figures throughout Montana, such as Jim O'Day and Tommy Millott, will offer discussion and collaboration on how to better the mental health of our student athletes. After 3 Hall of Famers spoke up about their own mental health last year, it became apparent that we prioritize this topic at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please join us on Saturday, June 24th, and for more information, go to the website mtfootballhof.com.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
She said I'm going out with my girlfriends for margaritas at the Holiday Inn. Oh, have mercy, my only thought was tequila makes her clothes fall off.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Final segment on a Thursday. Joe Nichols. Tequila makes her clothes fall off. Next Friday, April 14th. And no, I'm not getting paid to promote the concert. I love Joe Nichols' music. Always have since the late 90s. So we'll see him at the fairgrounds here in Lewis and Clark County next week, Friday night, April 14th. So appreciate him joining us earlier in the show. If you missed anything, as always, go to jasonwalkershow.com. This segment brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino on Dredge. Drink and gamble responsibly. They got hot games, warm folks, cold beer, just like the Copper Club. Their sister casino. And again, drink and gamble responsibly. Montana Rodeo Roundup brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. And Mark is booking events, and that includes senior pictures for next year, family portraits, and you need to get in to him. He is the best. We got college rodeo coming up. By the way, marklarophotography.com. And it starts next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 straight days, 4 great nights, or 3 great nights, 1 great day of rodeo down in Bozeman, the Brook Breeden Fieldhouse. An unbelievable place to watch a rodeo. Always love there. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and they've been selling out the last couple years. So, and then Sunday afternoon, short go. And of rodeo number 2. There's 2 rodeos. Thursday, Friday, split into 1. Saturday, Sunday, split into 2. And you'll get to see your 2021 NAI or NIRA national champion Montana State women's team. Paige Rasmussen, a senior this year, going to graduate with a degree in psychology. And Sunday, we will have the short go on SWX. I will be there. Caleb Barrett once again calling the action on SWX. It's going to be a lot of fun down in Bozeman on the 16th. And then they head off to Miles Community College for a couple of rodeos, and then the University of Montana wrap up the spring season. As we head into the spring season of the Big Sky region, we'll check out your standings. And on the men's side, it is Montana Western leading the way. Got about a 206-point lead right now over the Bobcats. Miles Community College in 3rd, Northern 4th, Northwest, and then Dawson. On the women's side, MSU over nearly 700-point lead over Northern. Western sitting in 3rd, Montana, Miles, and Northwest. Men's all around right now. Bode Spring leading the way. Jet Murphy, Western, Helena Product, sitting in 2nd in the all around. J.C. Curran of MSU and Taylor Moykins of MSU, number 1 and 2 in the women's all-around. Caleb Meeks leads the Saddle Bronc of MSU. Western's Trevor Kay leading bareback. Owen Carlson of Miles leading the bull riding. Levi Delamarter of MSU leading the tie-down. MSU's got the top 3 spots right now in tie-down. In steer wrestling, it's Bode William Carter Spring. MSU top 3 spots there. Team roping, it is Dalen Danks of Miles and Dawson Jackson of Miles leading the way on the heading and heeling side. Barrel racing led by Northern's Brittany Cox, and then a couple of Bobcats in 2nd and 3rd. And breakaway, it is MSU top 4 led by Molly Salmond of Shoto. And in goat tying, Tavy Joe Leno of Western leads the way by about 59 points right now over Paige Rasmussen. So lots of great stuff there on the college rodeo world. Let's check your standings. Early season PRCA. Bareback, Leighton Berry of Weatherford, Texas, leading the way. You got the Southern Tour going on. Sam Peterson of Helena sitting in 7th place right now in the world. That is fantastic. That is super, super cool. Let's see. Moving on to Saddle Bronc. Sage Newman, Melstone, number 1. He led all year last year. Had some troubles down at the NFR and allowed Stetson Wright to was it Stetson? Anyway, Sage Newman, number 1. Chase Brooks of Deer Lodge sitting in 4. Stetson Wright, by the way, sitting in 2nd. We got a long way to go. The season doesn't end until September 30th, but it's going to be picking up soon. World champion bull riding leader right now, Kai Hamilton, formerly of Queensland, Australia. Josh Frost sitting in 2nd. Stetson Wright, the world champ, sitting in 4th. What does he have, 5 buckles already? I think. Stetson Wright is a stud. I saw a great April Fool's meme or post he put out a couple weeks ago, or last week. It was he's retiring. Dalton Massey right now leading the steer wrestling. Former Bobcat Jesse Brown sitting in 4th. Helena's Ty Erickson sitting in 6th. And nobody else in the top 15 as of now. Team roping, Ren Richard leading the way on the heading side. He's from Utah. The healer, Jeremy Bueller of Alberta, Canada. Tie-down roping, Riley Webb of Denton, Texas sits number 1. And Haven Medjid currently in 12th, the 2019 world champ. And in barrel racing, I saw it yesterday. Oh, they updated it. There it is. Lisa Lockhart sitting in 9th. Remember the run she had last year at the end of August and September just to qualify, and then held in the number 1 spot at the NFR for a couple of days, and then knocked down a barrel, kind of took her out. I think she finished 3rd or 4th in the world, but man, wanting Lisa to get that gold buckle. She deserves it. She's an absolute great lady. That is your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Make sure you check out Mark at his website, marklaroephotography.com. Let's see. Mick Durham out last week. He resigned at MSU Billings, the longtime Bobcat and MSU B coach. Retired, and they have promoted Luke Fennelly to be their new head coach. He was an assistant, and with MSUB, and Coach Fenn is now going to be leading the way, the Whitefish product. Also was at MSU for a while, and congratulations. That just announced. Came out literally a minute ago. So there you go. What else did we get to? You got high school and college track this week. As long as the weather cooperates, which I believe it should. We should have some great weather moving forward. And, man, let's put all this behind us, right? this long-ass winter. I can't even... We're tired of the simulator golf. Just, it's great to keep your swing all winter and playing a couple of times a week on the simulator, but got to get outside. Got to get on the links. Of course, we don't have links courses here in Helena, but you know what I mean. On the course. Oh. Hopefully in the next couple weeks, as long as the weather cooperates. We can't have any more of these freezing nights. We need days in the 50s and 60s. I know the Green Meadow is like 70% covered with snow and ice still. So, man, brutal. It's been a brutal winter. We get one of these every 5-6 years, right? Let's do on this day in history. It is National Carbonara Day, Tartan Day, Student Athlete Day, Burrito Day, National Teflon Day. Yesterday was Caramel Day. Today is Caramel Popcorn Day, or caramel. And it is New Beer's Eve. It is also Montana Day, 406. On this date in 1877, at the British Open, Musselburgh Links, Jamie Anderson wins the first of 3 consecutive Open Championships. 1896, the first modern Summer Olympic Games opened up in Athens, Greece. American athlete James Connolly becomes the first modern Olympian champion when he wins the triple jump. Later took a third in long jump and a second, so bronze in long jump and silver in high jump. 1935, H. Levitt would make 499 basketball free throws in a row. He would miss the 500th, but then he would sink the next 371. 1936, at the 3rd Augusta National Invitation Tournament, Horton Smith wins his second Masters. In 1941, the 8th Masters, Craig Woods wins his first major title. 1952, the 16th, Sam Snead won his second green jacket. 1954, the Montreal Canadiens would score 3 goals in a 50-second time frame in a playoff game against Detroit. 1958, 22nd Masters, Arnold Palmer, also known as Arnold Palmer, would win the first of his 4 Masters and the first of his 7 majors. Ron Blomberg became the first designated hitter on this date. 1973, the Yankee would walk. 2014, at the Kraft Nabisco Championship, Mission Hills Country Club, 19-year-old Lexi Thompson shoots a bogey-free final round 68 to win her first major, and I believe still her only major. Whirlaway passed away on this date in 1953, the Triple Crown winner from 1941. Mentioned this with Joe Nichols. Merle Haggard, born on this date, 1937. He died on this date in 2016. And Tammy Wynette died on this date in 1998. She was just 55. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And I was just in there the other day. They were cooking up some good stuff. Shrimp po' boys. You've got etouffee, gumbo, crawfish. Oh, jambalaya. It's amazing. So good. Bless me. Microphone mute buttons are great. All right, I think we're back. Oh, wow, that came out of nowhere. Oh, no, Jason, technically it came out of your nose. By the way, take care of yourself. There's been some stuff going around. And, man, it can stick with you. I know there's some coaches up at Providence that have had it for a couple of months. Just won't go. It just stays. But, all right. Appreciate Joe Nichols joining us. If you missed any of it, go to jasonwalkershow.com. Also, while you're there, go to the far right of the menu page. I don't even know what it's called. The top where you got contact info and watch and listen. Our great sponsors. By the way, Nitro Green. Get on their calendar now for Nitro Green. Get into that spring, get your yard going. And Nitro Green does it better than anybody else here in Helena. So get a hold of Nitro Green today because they're going to book up. What was I? Got a donate page. That'd be great. But there's a new link. There's a new link right there on the far right of the homepage. Check it out and let me know what you think on the Twitter at JWalkerSports. Email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com as well. Speaking of donations, I signed up last night. Starts May 1st, runs all of May, but I am going to participate in the St. Jude 72 holes. Golf 72 holes in May for St. Jude and raise money. There's a fundraising page set up on my Facebook account, Jason Walker. And this is one charity I've been behind since 2002. I experienced my first St. Jude Radiothon up in Great Falls. Set a state record at the time. The next year we broke it. But appreciations in advance for your donations on my Facebook page, Jason Walker, for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When families go to St. Jude, they don't pay a bill. Everything is covered, whether it's the doctor bills, the hospital, the hotel and food for families. St. Jude covers everything. And I can't speak highly enough of St. Jude, and would appreciate if you could check out my Facebook page, Jason Walker. I'll post it on the show page as well, Jason Walker Show on Facebook. But please see what you can do. That'd be appreciated. Let's see here. What else did we want to hit on? I think that's about it. We'll do it again next week. I got to be in Great Falls all day tomorrow for softball, and then back at it here on Monday. So let's see here. I think that'll just about do it. All right, make sure you check out our page, and if you can, for St. Jude, and also jasonwalkershow.com, and check out the new tab up there, and just say hi to our sponsors, and go from there. All right, let's do the walk-off, brought to you by Cafe Zydeco. Make sure you stop in on Euclid and Helena. They are great supporters of our first responders, law enforcement, military. Love them. Joe Nichols, Friday night, April 14th. Get your tickets, Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds. There's 2 nights of rodeo at the fairgrounds as well. But looking forward to the concert with Joe. If you missed our interview, jasonwalkershow.com. Thanks to our great sponsors. Thanks to everybody on our new adventure and continuing support. 50 states, 54 countries. Jason Walker Show. Love you. See you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy all the sports.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.